First contact, first insult. The Galactic Council's capital shimmered like a jewel in the void. 35 interconnected ring worlds orbiting a neutron star. It was humanity's first time stepping into the heart of galactic politics. After years of quiet development and cautious observation, Earth had finally responded to the Council's invitation. Admiral Royce stood on the observation deck of the diplomatic vessel Endeavour, arms folded behind his back, watching the alien architecture draw closer. He wore his formal uniform, sleek black with silver trim, but it was his gaze that unsettled even his own crew. Calculating. Silent. Waiting. "We're about to dock, sir," said Captain Alara Lynn, seated at the helm. "Let's meet our future," Royce replied, voice calm. The Vorten High Command, rulers of the Galactic Council, welcomed the humans with rehearsed smiles and feigned curiosity. Towering and serpentine, the Vorten were masters of biological augmentation and ancient starcraft. Their leader, Supreme Speaker Zaltran, examined the Endeavour with amusement. "This is your flagship?" he asked, narrowing his four eyes. Curious. So many exposed thermal ports. So few shielding nodes. Royce didn't flinch. "It's a diplomatic vessel, not a warship." "Of course," Zaltran replied with a sneer. "Your species still believes in peace through limitation. Admirable and primitive." The laughter of the surrounding council echoed across the chamber. Dozens of species observed the proceedings, but none dared challenge the Vorten's arrogance. Diplomat Kaido, Earth's chief negotiator, stepped forward. "We came here to learn, to contribute, not to be judged. And yet judgment is all your kind has earned," Zaltran said. "Your combustion-based thrusters and fusion drive belong in our museums. Your orbital stations, metal coffins. Your attempts at stealth laughable. You're clever monkeys who figure out how to throw fire into the void." Another wave of laughter followed. Kaido opened his mouth to respond, but Admiral Royce raised a hand. "We thank you for your opinions," Royce said coldly. "Earth will consider the Council's wisdom." As they departed the chamber, Alara hissed under her breath. "They have no idea, do they?" "No," Royce replied. "They think what they saw is all we have." They hadn't brought their real ships. Earth's first contact fleet was meant to be a gesture of goodwill, a symbol of humility, not strength. The Council saw it as weakness. Back aboard the Endeavour, Royce accessed a secure channel. "This is Admiral Royce. Diplomatic mission failed. Authorization code, Obsidian Protocol." "Confirmed," came the AI voice. "Do you wish to activate Operation Iron Sky?" Royce turned to Alara. Her eyes burned with quiet fury. "Let them laugh," he said. "By the time they hear the roar of our real engines, it'll be too late." "Operation Iron Sky is a go," Alara said. Far beyond the Council's gaze, hidden behind Neptune's shadow and buried in the asteroid belt, humanity's real power stirred awake. Stealth warships, quantum rail cannons, and weapons powered by dark matter. Humanity had offered peace. Now it would deliver a lesson. Behind a veil of Earth's might, deep within the Oort cloud, hidden in absolute silence and shadow, the EHA's Valkyrie drifted like a sleeping giant. Its obsidian hull absorbed all light, and its surface shimmered faintly with adaptive cloaking arrays powered by zero-point reactors. No heat signatures, no signals, no trace. It wasn't alone. Arrayed around it were Earth's real warships, 32 Atlas-class dreadnoughts, 6 slipwave carriers, and an armada of autonomous hunter frigates. They had waited here for years in cold standby, watching and listening. Earth had been preparing for the day peace would be dismissed and arrogance would rise. That day had come. Admiral Royce stood on the command deck of the Valkyrie, his expression carved in granite. Before him, a 3D map of the galaxy shimmered to life. Red zones marked Vorten-controlled systems. Blue pulses blinked in hidden sectors. Earth's forward recon probes already in motion. Status of fleet readiness? Royce asked. AI Tactical Director Sage responded instantly, her voice clear and composed. All systems nominal. Slip wave drives calibrated. Dark matter weaponry charged. No signal leakage. We are invisible to current Vorten detection standards. Captain Alara Lin entered the bridge, suited in black combat armor. Her eyes settled on the hologram of the Vorten capital. They called us insects, Roy. Let's show them how insects can swarm. Royce nodded. Phase 1. Hit their border colonies. Mining worlds, relay stations. Nothing civilian. Total tactical annihilation. Alara smirked. Fast, clean, and surgical. Sage's avatar flickered into view, an ethereal woman of light and motion. Recommend 3-point assault. Targets. Vorten Resource Planet Rylos, 7. Com Relay Theta, 9. And Orbital Shipyard Vox Prime. Estimated Vorten response time, 17 minutes. Perfect, Royce said. We'll be gone in 10. Earth's rapid technological leap hadn't been public. After the third unification, the world governments pooled knowledge and AI breakthroughs, quietly constructing the slipwave drive, a new form of faster-than-light travel that folded space in layered phases. No warp trails, no hyperspace echoes, true stealth movement. In parallel, human engineers developed gravity torpedoes, quantum mesh shields, and adaptive learning AIs for combat, systems far beyond what the Vorten believed possible from a newborn species. We gave them a chance, Alara said as she stared out the viewing port. They laughed. They won't be laughing when the stars go dark, Royce replied. He raised his arm. This is Admiral Royce of Earth Fleet Command. All units. Operation Iron Sky is green. Commence slipwave jump to first strike coordinates. Across the vast dark, the fleet shimmered and disappeared. Not a flare, not a sound. Moments later, Neptune's shadow was empty once more. Underscore. Far away, in the Galactic Council's inner sanctum, Supreme Speaker Zaltran lounged beneath a starlight canopy, unaware that Rylos 7, his prized mineral colony, had just gone silent. No alarms, no warnings, just silence. The humans had arrived. First strike, the silence of stars. Rylos 7 was a fortress world, heavily shielded, ringed with defense satellites, and protected by 3 Vorten battlecruisers. For over 2 centuries, it had supplied the Vorten Empire with the rare minerals needed to power their war machines. It ceased to exist in 6 minutes. The EHA's Valkyrie emerged from slipwave space just outside sensor range. A second later, gravity torpedoes launched, silent and invisible until they detonated within the planetary mantle. A shock wave fractured the crust. Power grids imploded. Defense satellites blinked out. Then came the precision strikes. Orbital turrets sliced apart. Cruisers ripped in half by focused mass beams. No civilians were harmed, but every military asset turned to ash. Admiral Royce watched the data feed from orbit. Status. Sage replied, Target Rylos 7 neutralized. Estimated enemy casualties, 12,500 combat personnel. No civilian losses. No distress signals escaped. Royce nodded. Proceed to Theta 9. Elsewhere in space, Earth's other fleets completed their operations with chilling efficiency. Theta 9, a critical Vortencom relay hub, was disabled in 90 seconds. Its central node was hijacked, its entire network rerouted to Earth's own stealth satellites. Messages meant for Vorten Command were now flowing through human-controlled servers, scrambled, monitored, and corrupted. On Vox Prime, the Vorten's flagship orbital shipyard, Earth unleashed its most devastating weapon, the Lancernet, a coordinated barrage of nanite warheads and EMP lances. The entire station's power grid shorted. Gravity systems failed. Docks collapsed in on themselves. Workers and vessels drifted helplessly into deep space. In the Vorten capital, alarms finally sounded. Supreme Speaker Zaltran rushed into the war hall, his advisors trailing behind him. Report. A trembling technician responded. 3 colonies gone. Shipyard lost. We don't know who did it. There are no signals. No warnings. Just destruction. Show me the attackers. Zaltran roared. The hologram flared to life, showing a brief image of the EHA's Titan's wrath as it exited Slipwave, sleek, black, and bristling with weapons unknown to any galactic database. Etched along its hull in bold white, Earth Humanity Strike Fleet. Gasps echoed across the chamber. The humans? Zaltran whispered. Those animals? More reports streamed in. Dozens of systems were being jammed. Vorton surveillance satellites were blind. Entire fleets were unresponsive. Then a signal broke through. It was Admiral Royce. He appeared as a hologram before the entire Galactic Council, flanked by Captain Alara and AI Sage. His voice was calm, controlled. You mocked what you didn't understand. You saw weakness and called it truth. You saw restraint and mistook it for fear. He paused, then added, "This is your lesson." The feed cut. Silence fell over the council. Even the most powerful empires sat frozen, rethinking every smug thought they had ever held about humanity. The Vorton had scoffed at Earth's metal coffins. Now they faced steel monsters born in silence, moving like ghosts, killing like gods. And Earth was just getting started. Judgment of the inferior. The Trinary Expanse was ablaze with war. Vorton dreadnoughts, hulking leviathans bristling with plasma lances and singularity cannons, held formation above the pale dwarf star. Their pride was absolute. After all, these warships had crushed rebellions, raised planets, and silenced entire species. Now they faced Earth. The EHA's Valkyrie and her fleet emerged from slipwave space, phasing into existence without warning. 30 warships flanked her, each one smaller than the Vorton dreadnoughts, but sharper, faster, deadlier. They formed a spearhead of precision, not brute force. Admiral Royce stood at the helm. "Final warning has gone unanswered," Sage said. "They are charging weapons." Royce gave the order. "Initiate judgment protocol." The battlefield erupted. Human ships blinked in and out of slipwave, vanishing mid-salvo, reappearing behind enemy lines, unleashing dark matter lances that tore through the Vorton hulls like paper. AI-controlled interceptors weaved around incoming plasma fire, redirecting missiles back at their launchers. Vorton command systems struggled to adapt. Human tactics were nonlinear, impossible to predict. Within minutes, 2 dreadnoughts were gone, vaporized. Supreme Speaker Zaltran, aboard the Imperator's Claw, watched in disbelief. "They're not even taking damage," he hissed. Captain Alara, aboard the Titan's Wrath, delivered the death blow, an overcharged graviton lance that punctured the Claw's core reactor. Zaltran's final scream was lost in the blinding detonation that followed. The Vorton fleet broke. The proud empire, unbeaten for centuries, was shattered in less than 20 minutes. Sage opened a channel. Enemy command destroyed. Remaining forces in retreat or surrender. Shall I transmit the treaty terms? Royce nodded. Yes, but not just to the Vorton. Across the galaxy, every channel went live. Earth's message was delivered. We came in peace. You answered with ridicule. You dismissed our science, our ships, our minds. Now we offer peace again, this time as equals. Submit to a technological equity accord. No empires, no tyrants. Or we continue. The choice is yours. A stunned silence followed. Then, one by one, oppressed species began to cheer. Rebellions erupted in Vorton client worlds. The council fractured. Earth's fleet became the symbol of balance. A new order forged not by conquest, but by calculated defiance. Later, aboard the Valkyrie, Alara stood beside Royce as the stars shimmered outside. "Do you think I'll honor the accord?" she asked. "No," Royce said, "but they'll remember the cost of mocking what they don't understand." Alara smirked. "And if they forget?" Royce's gaze was cold steel. "Then we remind them." Behind them, Earth's fleets spread outward, silent and watching, not to conquer, but to ensure the age of arrogant empires was over. The galaxy had mocked Earth's primitive technology. Now it bowed before the ships that rose from a blue world that never stopped evolving.